What's up, fellow collectors? Welcome back to the M.I.B. Master Toy Museum. I'll be a curator today. Guys, more fun, more horror here in the museum on a Monday afternoon, guys. Just hanging out down here in the museum and have another fun offering for you today from one of my favorite films. From the Hammer films, the 1959 movie, The Mummy, starring Christopher Lee as the iconic mummy, and Peter Cushing. Guys, this is a Topps exclusive figure. And before I go any further, we always want to give a shout out to our good friends at Movie Posters, etc. Movie Posters, etc. Guys, I was on their website the other day, just looking around, and I came across this figure. They actually are carrying the Topps Hammer mummy figure, and they'll be carrying the variants of the Topps exclusive figures as well. But I saw this one and I had to get it. He's an exclusive from Topps, from the Topps MEGO deal months and months ago, where these figures were coming out every week and then they were gone. I saw this figure, but at that point in time, I missed the window on this figure, like a lot of people missed the window on a lot of figures, really because of the setup, the 1 week window setup that Topps had established, which made it virtually impossible to try to grab all of these figures, all these exclusive figures. But this is the one I really wanted. I just couldn't get, I couldn't get him. I missed that window. It was very frustrating, but you know, what are you going to do, right? Yeah, there was only a week to worry about it and make it happen, and after that, it was over. I wanted this figure because I'm a huge mummy fan. You know, I have all of the MEGO mummies that MEGO has put out and produced. But this is the one that I wanted. I couldn't get my hands on it, and there's a variant coming out of him, so I naturally pre-ordered that one. But I was extremely excited that Movie Posters, etc. was carrying these guys. At last check, guys, if you want to run over there and grab it, there's 2 of these figures left. There's only 2. There was 3. I purchased this one, and there's 2 left as of this taping of this video. We're looking at this figure, guys, and I want you to get, we want to do some up close because we know the collectors love the close-ups. So let's get you some close-ups here. A lot has been made of this figure. A lot has been discussed of this figure by collectors. Primarily the head sculpt. Some people like the head sculpt. Some people don't like the head sculpt. I personally like the head sculpt. I think it's about as close as you're going to get a MEGO figure to the actual likeness of Christopher Lee, covered in pounds of bandages and mud, because you know it's the scene where The sarcophagus goes into, or the crate that's holding him goes into the mud. It's like a mud river bank or something. Slides in. And then when he is summoned, he arises, which is a really scary scene. When I was younger watching it, the 1959 movie. The mummy rising from this muck and mud, and I believe MEGO captured that beautifully with the muddied and dirty bandages. You see particles here on his outfit here, on the bandages. You can even see here in between where there's certain places where there was some clean bandages there. And interesting enough, this is a clear body. The chest part anyway. As we look at you a little closer there, that's clear. And we'll show you the back of the card. Guys, your thoughts, your opinions. The Topps exclusive Hammer, the Mummy figure by MEGO. My good buddy Ray Castile asked me if I was going to be adding any of the Hammer Topps Mummy monster figures, because I watched his video and review on a lot of the Topps monster figures. And I told him absolutely, not knowing how that was going to happen. I was just going to pretty much get the variant figures. And I was very fortunate and blessed to stumble upon this mummy figure at movie posters, etc. So yes, Mr. Ray Castile, we have a mummy now here at the Topps exclusive Hammer Mummy at the museum. Let's turn the card around. Card art, just real quick. I've been panning this card art. This is how I would love to see all of the movie monsters and movie figures cards made with the actual actors or likenesses of the actors from a scene from the movie on the card. It really sets off the card very nicely, very beautifully done. Let's turn the card around here for you guys. Get you a blown out look here at the back of the card. Pretty cool, guys. It's a great shot of Christopher Lee as the tortured soul. And you can see it. I mean, he's just covered with all the mud. "26 points of articulation." This is, from my understanding, is on the new body. But some people are saying some of the figures aren't on the new bandless body. Let's see. Special thanks to Dr. MEGO as a consultant, sculptors is Tyler Ham, and seamstress is Rachel Baker. And we all know who Marty Abrams is by now. World's greatest MEGO monster. This is definitely a figure, guys, I highly recommend picking up and adding to your your collection. The initial, photos or pictures of this, pre-production pictures of this mummy didn't do it justice. It looks much better in person. Maybe that was another reason why I just subconsciously didn't pull the trigger within that week's time. And I think I heard a lot of collectors say that about some of the figures. Presentation's everything, guys. But a lot of detail to this head sculpt. It's like the wear and tear to the bandages. I just think the body, the torso is clear. I don't believe anything else is clear. There's a movie poster shot of, the mummy being shot, and there's light coming through, from the fire, from the weapons. It's coming through his chest. And I think that's what MEGO was going for with this particular look, and with the clear body effect here. And I'm curious if anybody's going to handle this figure, if these little particles here would come off, or are they glued to the figure. I'm assuming that they are glued to the figure, but how tightly, I don't know. Our Topps exclusive Hammer mummy figure is for museum purposes only, display purposes only. So this is where he'll rest at, inside of his casing here. Mint on card. I'm curious though. I want to see how all of the mummies look together. So let's get a picture with all the mummies together. Hold on one second. And we're back. There's our three mummies here. Our universal Boris Karloff mummy. There's our Hammer Christopher Lee mummy. And here's our generic mummies, which is one of my favorites, the Egyptian mummy. It's a beautiful head sculpt here. Well, the wrapping on that mummy. Guys, your thoughts, your opinions. Are you excited about the Topps monsters, the Topps exclusive figures? Let us know in the comments section right underneath this video. Do you have this figure already? Did you order this figure? Did you pre-order this figure when during that week's window? We want to hear all that, guys. You know the routine, guys. God bless. Stay safe. And keep collecting.